I was wondering. I'm like, I don't see nothing. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
You on YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go live on Instagram.
On IG.
Yeah, just get a little something. You know what I'm saying? See what it do.
Yep. Let's roll. Let's roll. You on point, Tip?
All the time, fight.
It's the soundproof hunger.
Y'all hear it? Need y'all to feel it. Come on in here. What's happening? This your boy Call It Pot Sean. Here with a little paint where it ain't a little seasoning with some reasoning. We got a lot to cover today. Before we even get into it, I want to say RIP to my man Marcus High. He had his memorial today, man. Great dude. He was always there for us. He was like an elder to me at work. So I just want to get that out the way before I, get into this stuff. I don't want it to slow down our momentum today. Peace and blessings to his family. Take care of yourself, people. He was a good guy. Left too early, but we never know our timeline, so that's why you need to live it every day. Live it every day. But we're going to go on and get into it, man. Hey, Teef, how you feeling, man?
What up, though, man? Let's get going, dog.
Yeah,
We got a lot to
get
talk
this-
about. Rest in peace to the homie, though.
Yes, indeed.
There's a brother out there that used to work with y'all. I didn't know him. Ended up being a NBA referee, from what I understand.
Yeah.
He used to work with y'all a long time ago. And he passed away at the age of 55. So rest in peace to him as well.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Man, how you been, man?
I'm fair for a square, brother.
That sounds good. That's good enough. That's good enough. Yeah, man. So we just gonna go with it, man. Of course, everything. Ye got the news on fire right now, and to be honest, I don't even want to give him that much more attention. But I do want to address the effects of what he's doing. And before I get into that, I just want to hear what you got to say about everything. Because remember, I told y'all the last show, it's called a Yay Storm. Remember I said that? And it was going to be a lot of things that come after that. And that's literally what's happening.
First, I was like, let me look at this, man. So let me see what's going on with Ye, man. Then I watched it. It took me about 3 days to watch it. Looking at all the comments and things like that. See what's really popping, and this my issue. The George Floyd thing, he was completely out of line. It might cost him. You know what I'm saying? That might cost him. We can get that out the way. Everybody know. But with everything else he was talking about, that's why they took him off, in my opinion.
It's the truth.
Like that, excuse me, that's why they took it off. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta put it on the line. And I hate to say it, it might be him right.
Are you considering him a martyr right now?
I'm considering him a man that he got enough. He got enough money to say what he want to say, man. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I don't know if I want to give him a martyr because I just seen some shit today that he said. I was like, all right, but I got to see what content they was using that. And, people take these clips. And so I don't even want to address that part. But if you feel he was wrong, then state that you feel he was wrong. But was he wrong? Because I'm be honest with you, bro. Ever since I I've been around here. That's all I've been hearing. Who got the power?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, delivery, like disgusting is what y'all tell me about my delivery at times, and I think that's just if you just said it in a different way, maybe on a different show, then you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't have got where it got. Maybe if they would have edited, and then you had to pay for the Pantheon version or whatever, and got it could have been leaked anyway. But Kanye, a man with an opinion, and he stated it. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when all these people apologizing and all that. I didn't like that part at all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things been sent to me. Shout out to the Nickel City. He sent me something about that was said about George Floyd back then when it was real fresh. And they didn't touch that at all. You know what I'm saying? That didn't get taken down. Like Kanye West repeated something that was a report. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna have, the family went after him. They didn't go after the doctor and everybody else that said it. The first time the people they went after him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and it might cost them. My problem is with what is this? Sticks and stones break my bones. Words never hurt. It ain't like that when it come to black people though.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like
we could be called anything under the sun. That shit gonna fly. It's gonna roll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it ain't like that no other way. When and we talked about it a couple times on the show. When the thing happened with the Asians, they came with a bill quick, fast, and in a hurry. Right. Stop beating on the Asians. You know what I'm saying? And it went away. But we've been going through this a long time, brother.
Very long time. Still going.
Some self-inflicted. I get all that, whatever you want to do. But ain't nobody running to take nothing down. Only thing that happened, everybody keeps saying, well, Donald Sterling ruined white people money. That ain't had nothing to do with the players. They ain't give a damn.
Yeah.
It was because the people that his colleagues, his partners, whatever, was like, yo, you wild.
Messing our money up.
You know what I'm saying? You wild.
Right.
Just like the dude from Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
You wild. You messing up what they call the church's money. So we need you to step away from that. But Kanye ain't messing. That's all his money.
Yep.
So I mean, I do applaud him for being him. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, what's the weather? Like I don't. I mean, that's just where I'm at with it, bro. Like,
of course, you gotta be.
I can't give it too much because it's Kanye. He already done. I like the way high he gave his little apology though. Like
it was how do you call it a real? It was like, okay, man, my bad, y'all hurt.
And to me, that was like putting a crease in some pants.
Right,
man. Like
my bad, y'all hurt.
About,
but
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's just it's amazing to me. Like when the truth is being brought to the light, they get rid of you. Farrakhan was one that they did that too. I think 2 years ago when he was doing Farrakhan, and they took him off of Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Right. They took him off. He can't be on here with that. And they like to use the word hate. You know what I'm saying? Or anti this and all that. But where is all these words used when it come to us? Black people. Hell, minorities, period. I'm gonna do it like that. Minorities, period. So, did he ruffle some feathers? Hell yeah. Do I blame him completely? Nope. Because somebody did something to him to put him in that situation. Kanye, like I said on the last show, Kanye want to be in a lot of conversations that they're not letting him in. And so he doing whatever and whatever to be heard. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with, Willie D said, somebody's mom's. And I don't agree with all that. Let's look at what he said on this and just leave it right there.
Right.
Is he wrong? Nobody's addressing that.
Right.
Only person I seen say something was Rosenberg. But Rosenberg is Jewish.
He's Jewish.
You know what I'm saying? But the guys that was in the room that were Jewish when he was on Drink Champs, they just said, I see where you're coming from. From what, that's quote unquote from what Nori said. My problem with Nori is that we come from this. fuck the police. Let's go back. Fuck the police. That was, what's that, 80 or maybe 91? No, a little farther.
I think it was 89, 90.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They tried to, shut them down. They tried, but they couldn't get it done. Freedom of
Cop
speech.
Killer with Ice-T.
You know what I'm saying? Cop Killer. Like, we got songs that that's where we come from. Kanye is a product of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I looked at that. Like, he did what he felt was okay to do. We buy the records that say all this shit. So when somebody get a platform and say, nah, it's a problem. Nah, it's a problem.
It's only a problem because of who he was talking about.
I mean, absolutely. You can't.
The truth of the matter is he spoke the truth. All the questions that was asked when you look at sports, entertainment, movies, at the top of those bills are mostly Jewish individuals.
I looked at I pulled up some statistics on that. And it was like, a couple years ago, it was like 50%. Now it's like 22%. I don't know how to
look at even if that's the case, when he was coming up, when he was making his way, you know what I mean? Back then, that's pretty much, even now, like, and it's a joke, but they say you better get you a Jewish lawyer. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that.
I mean, we know what a power is. Was he wrong for saying it? No, I don't think so. My thing is, what did he say that didn't wake you up as a minority to be like, yo, we need to change this? You know what I'm saying? If we gotta band together to change that, you know what I'm saying? Because Jewish, whatever, they make a lot of money off us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They put us in situations for them to make a lot of money. Right? Why not just do your own thing? This goes back to Sway all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just do your own thing? Yeah, it might take you a little time. You might have to, ground up and start this and that and find a way into a door.
Right.
Or create the door.
Right.
I think that's the part that, will always keep me wondering, like, are we complaining just to be heard, or are we really trying to make a difference? Or if you want to use the word complaining, are we stating how we feel just to be heard, or are we really trying to make a difference? I say because at some point, unity is the only way it's going to happen.
Right.
And that's unity between, the man with no money to the person with all the money.
All the brass.
You know what I'm saying?
And the
like,
sisters.
Everybody was talking about this song, God did. And man, you joke about it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But everybody mentioned that song was rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was just like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't really affect me.
Like,
I ain't quoting none of that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so I mean, that's where it goes with me. Like, okay, he lit a fire. Now what? You might not agree with him or not. A lot of people just don't want to agree with him because who he is. But what now?
I want to start off, first off, I agree with everything you said. I want to go even further and say, you have to look at, and I'm a context person.
Right.
So you got to look at when first off, he did the White Lives Matter t-shirt. That hit us like, okay, what is he doing now?
Mm-hmm.
Then when he came out and said he was going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews, that's when everybody took wind of it. He went to Fox News. He went to Chris Cuomo.
Mm-hmm.
He went to...
Who's back working after
his,
everything he went through trying to protect his brother. So
right.
he's back working 10 months later.
Right. He went to LeBron's, the shop.
Mm-hmm. They shut it down. Well.
That's when he went to Drink Champs,
mm-hmm.
right? So you look at, and then you have everybody that has commentary on this one man's words.
Right.
Okay. So you look at the effect that he has on society.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just be real. The effect that he has on society, and to be honest, he was speaking the truth when it comes to the true, I mean, the power that Jewish people have in the entertainment and how much money they make off of our culture. Now, I do want to question, his, because he got there because of that.
Right.
He's profited off of that.
Absolutely.
And now if he's in a position to where he's saying, okay, that's what it is, what is he going to do now to change that narrative? Because when I look back at his clothing, his fashion sense, everything that he had to do was about Ye. It had nothing to do with the community. It had nothing to do for the culture. He would talk about it.
Right.
He was very instrumental because he is a genius musically, and he would talk about it. But what is he actually doing to back up these claims? Because when it comes to Ye, he's going to go hand over fist to make sure he protects what he's doing and his money. That came out in the text when he was talking to Puff. Mm-hmm. If you come in between me and my money, we got a problem. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much where I look at it. And like you said, I don't give it a whole lot of energy because this is what he does. And he's great at it because who else can just say this one thing? And now every media platform is looking for him to come and say what he has to say. And like you said, with Nori's situation, when he came and he just kind of let him say what he had to say, everybody's looking at him. It's like, why didn't you check him? And I look at that, I look at Nori a certain way, and I don't want to say how I look at him on him because I do love Nori. I don't like the way that he conducts the show.
I love the show.
I like the show too, but I don't like the way that he conducts the show. I think they need another interviewer.
Absolutely not. Show dies without it.
I doubt it. But I really feel like he should have challenged him a little bit more. And in doing that, how often do we challenge our peers when we feel like they're in the wrong, and it's something that can, especially on this scale, because he's so influential and he touches so many people.
You know they was impaired though, right?
Huh?
You know he was drunk, right?
That's the whole point. That's why I say.
I'm just saying, like.
But what they say, a sober tongue, a drunk tongue is a sober mind. Is that what?
How you go check somebody you impaired? Like it ain't happening, dog.
Come on, man.
It ain't happening, dog.
Nah, if you sit here and you say something to me and we drunk and we having a good time and you was like, yeah, and I'm not saying you would do something. If you just said, yeah, man, I shot the nigga in the head and da-da-da. And I'm like, hold on, bro. You ain't finna be, I don't care how drunk I am. I'm like, yeah, man, what'd he do? Like old dog would when, yeah, I'm gonna stay at the tape. You know, him shooting the clerk. Nah, I can't do that. We way beyond that. So I think Nori should have held him. But even Nori said, he told him if he stepped the camera, he was going to get up and walk. So now you just telling me you're literally just doing this to keep this man in here because you know he hot and he finna get all these views right now.
But Nori wanted the views too. Let's be clear. Nobody wanted the smoke, but everybody wanted the smoke from that. Because ain't no telling how many times from that point on, Drink Champs, but somebody went back and looked at it or looked at another episode. Like, let me see what's going on this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody benefit from it. They could play that shock card all day like they just so hurt. I mean, everybody benefited from that. Mm. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm not buying that.
And who owns Revolt? Don't Revolt have Drink Champs? Who's Revolt owned by?
Yeah, Puff.
Okay. So,
brother, I mean, Love, well, whatever it is this week, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, but freedom of speech is only free. Like I said, you're only free until when you don't have to answer to nobody. Like you really don't care. Mm. Like a person that's really free gonna say whatever they feel, and whatever the consequences of that. They willing to accept that. That's right. The only piece of people I feel are free. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you feel Kanye is free?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if they stopped everything today,
he gonna be all right.
He'll be all right.
Yeah.
You know he'll lose it. You know he can't be creative no more. He'll lose that. But I don't think at this point that's what he into.
Right. And I was gonna say I think he would still be able to do music. But I don't even think he put a lot of energy into that no more. That's not.
I ain't gonna say that. I think he just his creative ear just take him somewhere that we might not be, it's not tasteful for us.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. I'm
But-
saying in the sense of he's concentrating on so many other things now, as opposed to in the lab like he normally was.
Like with him buying this social media site, whatever that
Was it Parley?
I think that's what the Parlay, whatever it is. Excuse me if I got the name wrong. How many of us gonna support him and go over there and really just log on?
Well, you know that Candace Owens' husband was a top executive something. He was very high up in that. So
I'm just saying, like, if he bought it, who gonna back him? And a lot of problem with us is we too lazy just go hit a button.
I don't know if that's somebody I want to back though. That's the thing. I'm not gonna back you just because you black. I can't.
No, it depends on what it is. I'm gonna be honest.
Right.
It all depends on what it is. But
And it was
in this case, he's not, to me, he ain't said enough wrong for me not to back him. Not on this. Absolutely not. I don't agree with everything you say. I don't agree with everything Flex say.
Right.
Crespo. You know what I'm saying? But if it's more right than wrong, I back you. I don't agree with everything Martin Luther King said.
Right.
Malcolm X, Huey. But if they hit the nail on the head on some real shit, oh yeah, let's go. Now we talking.
Well, Trump hit the nail on the head.
He did.
With some real
He
stuff,
did.
You know.
I'm be honest. I'm that guy that'll say he ain't black enough for me to vote for him.
Okay, that's legit.
Like I'm that guy. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Do you get extra points for being black for me? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. And we need more of that, to be honest. We need more of that. And even in saying that, I'm going to kind of segue. Killer Mike was talking about how he went on the show Charlamagne has on Comedy Central. And he was talking about the voting that's going on. Hey, y'all get out there and vote.
Get out there and vote.
Early voting started Monday on the 17th. Y'all get out there and vote. We had the largest early voting numbers turnout ever in Georgia. But the funny part is, Herschel Walker is a few steps behind Warnock, and Kemp is winning. So even though we got these large numbers, and it was based off of, they were saying it was voter suppression and all of this, y'all got to get out there and vote, man.
If Herschel Walker wins, Georgia let Georgia down.
Right. And think outside of Atlanta. We need to, and that's the thing. That's what Killer Mike was talking about. Kemp is going to all these other little small cities and towns outside of Atlanta.
Because he know he can't win the city. He know that.
He's going to the black people
Absolutely.
in these small counties.
Absolutely. Because you know why? She ain't going.
And Stacey is right here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He said you need to go everywhere Kemp went.
Absolutely.
In order for you to get all
That's
this
the
stuff
only way
done.
you're going to win. Because
Right.
them people going to identify with the fact that he came down here.
Right. And another thing he piggybacked, he was saying how he caught so much slack when Kemp first got in, and he went down there and talked to him. And he said, look, I have my agenda and the things that I want to get done. If this person is at the table, I'm going to go talk to them.
You got to at least talk to her at the table.
I got to talk to him.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Right.
You at least got to talk to her
him.
at the table. Now, you might end up with food and beverage at the halftime.
But you got to talk to
But
him.
you at least got to have a conversation.
Right. If I'm trying to push my stuff.
And then you go and see where you go from there. Mm-hmm. You just need to know where they stand at and how you need to move.
Right. So, man, y'all get out there and vote, man. And even with that, a lot of people talk about, I know we've had this conversation. We've pushed voting plenty of times. Just Tuesday in Florida, the cops were going and arresting people for the 2020 vote.
Yeah.
The situation was that in 2018, Florida passed a law to where if you had a felony, you could vote. But two of the exemptions were if it was a felony sexual charge or a felony murder, you couldn't vote. They didn't tell them that. They just said you're a felon, you can vote.
Right.
They gave them the cards. They let these people vote. They went ahead. They put their votes in. Just this week, they went and started locking them people up saying voter fraud. And so when people talk about voting isn't important, it doesn't matter. Things of that nature to me is the ignorance of you not understanding how important it is. And that's why I say I deal in context. Even if I felt that way, if I'm getting locked up for something that I didn't do any wrong and you gave me the slip to do, it's got to be some importance to this. It's got to be.
Voting matters to people that care. If you don't care and you just gonna make whatever happen, make it do what it do, that don't matter to you.
How long can you make it do what it do?
Some people want a lifetime, bro. It might, I'm being honest. Like,
Right.
If that ain't your thing, man, it's just, I remember the homie had a conversation at work with another guy. Mm-hmm. And, they talked about sports all day. And he asked him, he said, man, why you don't talk about this, that, and other? He said, I don't care about that. This is my life. This is my passion. Mm. So that's how a lot of people live, bro. Like, they ain't got nothing to do with that, man. That ain't their concern, man. They whatever make them smile, make their heart beat. That's what they go with. Everything else that they don't think affect them is passing. That's why Herschel Walker is right behind.
What's up, Debo? Food truck park. What's happening, dog?
That's just how that go.
Yeah, I don't know. And I guess I just like to talk to the people that do care. And if you don't, it don't hurt to plant a seed.
That's true.
It don't hurt to plant a seed. I'm definitely not going to tell you who to vote for. I'm not going to push you, hey, you need to. But it's important. All these small things, the small things that you don't pay attention to, the price of the gas pump, the laws that are being passed in your city, the school restrictions and things of that nature, all of those things come into play, especially when you're talking about a red state that has now turned blue, that's trying to be back red, that keeps putting in these red type-ish laws because you have this governor who...
But us as the people, we have to make sure we are expressing what's going on in these elections, or what's on why we should be even voting, because that's a lot of things why people don't even go, because they don't even know what's on.
They don't know.
They don't know the people on the ballot. They don't know none of that. They just know that it's traffic about to be messed up and the day out of school coming, so people can go vote.
And it's funny you say that, because the only thing you see are the smear tactics. When election time comes up, all you see is the smear campaigns. You don't see about what they actually doing in the community. You have to do the homework in order to really see what they're doing. But if you're just sitting around waiting and you just say, oh, okay, I'm just gonna vote for them because they're black.
I mean, you gotta tell a friend like we do. Share and comment. Share and vote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we all responsible for each other in that. You know what I'm saying? Now, what happens in that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You get people telling you if you ain't black, you know what I'm saying? If you don't vote for them, you ain't black. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we gotta make sure our friends and family, all that, know why it's important to vote, to get out there and vote. We can't just say, man, you go vote, and motherfucker tell you no. He might not know what's on that, or she might not know why how important this is. I don't have no kids in school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's still important what's on the ballot as far as the schools, because somebody got kids in school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't look at it like that. Mm-hmm. They just be like, yo, I went in there and put my name in there. Well, your ass wasn't going to win. Why? You that's a no vote to me.
Oh, yeah, man, I'm trying to get this weed legalized in Georgia.
I mean, just got to make sense of this whole thing, man. So, I mean,
I think the older you get, the more in tune with the not the superficial things, but the small things that matter in life, man. You tend to take a little bit more time and jump into those things a little bit more. Moving on, Ice Cube. Congratulations, first off.
Absolutely.
First black-owned basketball league, Big Three. But he came out, and I won't say but, he came out and spoke about how he doesn't get enough support from ESPN in the NBA.
Sir, you made a song called "Fuck the Police." Sir.
Hey, he said that's water
No,
on the bridge.
no,
That's
absolutely
water on the
not.
bridge. No, you
Absolutely
can't.
not.
Well, but y'all making money off our,
How many times you heard somebody say F the police? I can't even do the show already banned probably, but how many times you heard? We still say it. Where
all
we
the
get it
time.
from?
All the time.
Man, come on, man.
And it be black police.
It don't even matter. That don't matter. That don't matter.
We just
Sir, you
just programmed to
he's
say
part
F
of
the
one of the
police.
most powerful songs in hip hop history. Hip hop only 50.
This brother said.
And I said it with authority. That's what he said. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
He said that the ESPN and the NBA don't back him enough.
Why would they? You took the idea from them. So you took money from them.
They took an idea from him too.
But what I'm just saying, like,
because the All-Star game, they took that format that they used.
I mean, but he got an idea they wish they would have grabbed first, and made some money off of it.
And it'd be taking money. I think it was because it'd be taking money away from them.
Think about it.
They want all their coins.
Absolutely.
So if it's taken away from them, nah, we ain't doing that. I don't know what the thing is with ESPN because I think it should be covered on ESPN. I don't see why because it's players that didn't make it to the league or retired players. So it's not like it's gonna really jump in and break in somebody else's.
Well, Joe Johnson ended up going back to the league because of that.
He did, but he didn't really play.
Joe had some good guys. Don't do Joe.
No,
like
he
that,
good.
bro.
No,
Yeah,
he's
don't do
great.
Joe like that.
He's still great, but when he
Don't
playing
do
with
Joe.
19 and 20-year-olds.
I'm just saying, dog. Joe. I mean, 19 and 20 is their league, bro. Joe
Exactly.
30 something.
Right.
He got busy when he showed up, man. Joe got busy. Don't do Joe like that.
He got busy in the big three. Yes, he did. He got busy in the big three.
Now you gonna Kanye apologize to me? That's what you gonna do?
No, he got busy in the big three. When he got the 10-day contract, I didn't see him. But anyway,
Man, congratulations to Q, man.
Yeah, congratulations.
You done made monumental steps in your life, man, and a lot of us done benefited from it. So keep going, brother.
Yeah.
For real. With authority, he said.
With authority. Good.
Just say it, dog. With authority. Now see we got this.
Yeah,
I got something for you, dog.
Go ahead.
Can you, or is it right to, after the age of 18, can you just walk away from your children? Should you, if it come a point in time, should you be okay with just walking away from them? And I know you don't have kids, but so you gonna speak from, just your point of view, and I respect you enough to, let you have this one, because usually I don't let you speak when you're talking about kids. But you know what I'm saying?
This guy said, "Let me speak."
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But
Go ahead. Yeah.
should you be like, I'm done? Like, is it situations where you should be like, I'm done?
This is one of those subjects I usually stand on the fence because my girl, we had these discussions all the time about what kids should and how they should and shouldn't be and how it's different from the way we was raised. And all I can say is what I think. Me personally, yes. Well, I wouldn't say 18. I would say 21. I would say 21 because at 18, and I hate to steal this, but Charleston White said you are the dumbest of your life at 18 because at this point you're not learning from anybody anymore and you think you know everything at 18 because now you out of school, ain't nobody pushing you this way that way, and you feel like you grown, but you don't know shit at 18.
But can it be a situation where enough is enough and you just like, I'm done?
Legally, yes. I say yes. You should be able to be done with it. And like I said, further talking, and usually I had this conversation with women, and I know there's a different connection, a completely different connection, and not just with women, but just parents and children in general. It's a completely different connection. You really, really, really have to have that tough love bone in your system to see your child somewhere struggling and let them struggle because you feel like I've taken you to the water, now it's up for you to drink it. So me personally, I say yeah, I'm okay with dropping them off at 18. Will your heart let you do it?
No. I ain't mean dropping them off. No. So you say I'm talking about, hey man,
You gotta go.
we done been through these trials and tribulations. Like you ain't learned nothing in 18 years. I need you gonna be on the side of that door and just don't come back.
Just kick them out.
If that's how you want to look at it, yeah. I mean, because at some point in time, you kind of holding them up,
Enabling.
yeah. So I mean, could they put you through so much where you just be like, yo, man, I did my part. I'm out. You out of here, man.
I truly believe that. I'm one of those. I am a huge advocate of self-preservation.
Crespos. I'm not even gonna repeat
What is
that.
that?
I'm not gonna even go repeat that. I hear you. Go ahead. Dog.
I am an advocate of self-preservation at all costs, and because if your peace is broken, if you're not happy in your own space, it's your fault. It's something you got to do to fix that, because you're the only one that can fix it. So if it's some other entity that's messing that up, you need to take action immediately. If that's your child, your spouse, a close friend, you got to do something to get that rectified.
I mean, putting a spouse out a little different though, because I mean,
Well, we got paperwork in place.
I mean, I'm just
Get the paperwork.
30 days. All I need is 30 days.
Right. Get the paperwork.
But like your child, should you be able to be like, yo, man, I'm done. Like I don't want to have nothing to do with you.
I say yeah. Yeah. Why not? And I'm trying to play devil's advocate. I'm trying to think of why shouldn't I be able to? Because once you're grown and I've given you all the tools that you need to do, and I know every child ain't gonna just,
Right.
have that trajectory to get out the house and be doing their own thing. Now, if you're in the process and I see you working, that's the thing.
I ain't talking about somebody actually trying to make it. I'm talking about
Just
like a deadbeat kid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got to go.
yeah,
You got to go.
or just like a disrespectful kid where you just be like, yo, man,
Got to go.
you right. Everything you said is right, but you gonna be right on the other side of that door.
You got to go.
You got to roll.
I'm fine with that. How you feel?
Yeah, I'm with it too.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
We agree
I can
on
get you up
something.
out of here. Yeah.
We agree on something.
It was hard. It was hard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to just, even at this age, and my kids, are older. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to tell them no now. I do, but I think I've been in a situation with my daughter where I had to just, we ain't making it. We not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like one of us gonna end up aneurysm or something. I don't want it to be me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So Henny say, yeah, you can disown your kids.
I knew he was gonna say Derek don't play no games.
Yeah, he done disown Batman. But that's a whole other different.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? As a superhero.
We'll talk to him.
Yeah,
we gonna talk to him.
We gotta get Henny together. Henny wild.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it just I was wondering that. I see a lot going on out here. Parents are had their kids back, but at some point, can you tell your kid, man, I'm done?
I think that's the problem. A lot of these parents are enabling. First, they're enabling them early on. So when it's time for them to leave, they don't want to let them go. It's almost like the parents are codependent on these kids. Some of them want this. I hate to hear them say, my child is my best friend. I hate to hear that. I really do.
But what if a child say, my parent my best friend?
Where your friend? You ain't got no friends at school?
I mean, but that's it's different, dog.
Come on now.
It's different, dog.
Come on now.
It's different. If you ever said that about you know what I'm saying, the homie, Mr. Homie, because my mama probably watching. You know what I'm saying? I could see that from you. I could see that from Spo. If Spo ever said that about his moms, I could see that.
I can't say my best friend.
Why not?
Because my parent is a whole nother sector than my friendship. I love my dad to death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he's not my best friend. I love him to death. He is.
Frank, he don't mean that.
He know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because I could go over there, my best friend. I could be like, man, screw what you saying. Hold on, who you talking to? I'm your daddy.
He'll check you now.
Right,
but your friend will check you though if you get you crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I wouldn't even step to my dad like
I'm just
that.
saying.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's so many different sectors and sections that can't be checked off because this was my disciplinary. I learned everything from you, and I've learned some things that I shouldn't do from you. So for me, it's more, I look at this person as a guidance, not as my best friend, not somebody I can go and talk to about every little thing that's going on in my life.
Some people do though,
and I think that's a problem.
Why? That's mama and daddy.
If you get to a certain age,
Okay.
So I will backtrack a little bit,
Okay,
but
we're
at 18, no, you shouldn't be best friends with your parents until you're gone out of their house. You are not in their wallet at all.
Right. Till you a full functioning.
You're a full functioning
adult.
standalone adult.
Right.
At that point, it's great.
I'm talking after.
Okay.
I ain't talking.
See, we went from the 18-year-old
to.
Yeah,
I ain't talking. I ain't talking about they came up with you.
Okay. I'm thinking that.
Grown people.
Okay,
yeah.
in that case, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool because now you see why some of the things that why you are the way you are based off of your parents.
Generation Z's consider their parents best friends. I don't know, man.
It's a lot of them.
It ain't even that. Like if you look at some people's speeches and stuff that they say, like some of these celebrities, you will hear them say, "Yo, shout out to my mom. That's my best friend." You know what I'm saying? Like you do hear that. I know people who are that close to their parents that if they said it, I wouldn't look at it no other way. Like okay,
and look at it this way for me.
Because my mom constantly remind me that she wasn't the one with my little friend.
I ain't one of your little friends.
Hey, that's real.
Right.
Though.
I ain't one of your little friends. Right. So that's what and then I look at further down the line. Say if my parents
Spiller say, if they're your friends, are you parenting?
Well, we talking about they out of the house.
Yeah,
so we talking about you on your own.
Yeah, we talking about the grown ones.
We had a misconception there, but I'm talking about say even that. Then when I get into a real relationship, a marriage or something of that sort,
right?
I don't want to go back and tell my parents everything because now whatever bad I had to say about my wife, and I go and I tell my parents, they gonna see the bad in her. So when I bring her around, they gonna be a little shady toward her.
That's certain kind of parents. Because one thing I can say about my mom, she keep it straight out of line. You know what I'm saying? She used to keep it straight. If I'm some bullshit, she ain't gonna use them words, but
right.
But she, that's one thing I appreciate about her. You know what I'm saying? Like you wrong.
But all parents ain't like that. We got the same.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. I mean, don't no parent want to see their child in no kind of situation, but then you got the parents to be like, well, hell.
Would you? And someone only asked, what'd you do?
Are you leaving?
Right. What'd you do?
Well, then go home and work it out. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like Miss Jones. You know what I'm saying? The what she called the peach, it's original. Georgia peach.
Oh, the original Georgia peach.
Yeah. She said her mom's her mom's her partner in crime.
They grown now.
But I can tell you
they both old. They both
old. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we ain't gonna let you do that, bruh. Keith, she gonna find you. Keith, he out here acting up. Come get him. Come holler at him. And I ain't gonna stop. I'm gonna record it.
But I don't know, man.
But I think that also comes when you have a high level of respect for your parents.
Right.
So when you do get older, like you won't try to be friends with them as a kid, but when you get older and those things that they did to you that you couldn't question as a kid, now you understand why they did it and you appreciate it. So I think that does help build that.
Brian said all that cussing. He got older kids, and he said all that cussing around him ain't popping. And I feel that like it's funny listening to my kids tell stories because they get to the cuss words and they, give me that look. Like I'm like, go on and say it. You know what I'm saying? But then, there be times I will say, stop cussing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't that. You know what I'm saying? But I get it.
Yeah. It's funny because my nieces, they get to talking. They be like, bruh. And I say, who you talking to?
I don't like that from nobody.
Right. Who you talking to? Don't you call me that.
If you ain't no man, you can't call me bruh.
So
I ain't with that.
Yeah, I'm not for it. It's funny you brought that up because one of the questions I had earlier, I was having this discussion right before the show actually, is how different would life be without cell phones? We're talking
You
about
mean people go back outside?
this is immediately what I reverted to. People
mean,
going back outside. People having to have real social
I
interactions.
I think people lack social skills because of cell phones.
There you
They
go.
don't like you got men that don't know how to approach women, so they they only date from online. Then they then y'all meet. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know, man. I can't remember shit time without a damn cell phone. So I mean, it is. You know what? I can honestly say this: we wouldn't be so opinionated as people without cell phones, because the information that we take in now is so quick to get to it, and you form an opinion based off of it. So it's like
For the quickness.
instead of like Miss Essential say, people have to think. You know what I'm saying, and that means you have to do your own research and all that. And a lot of people just ain't for that no more.
Lazy. So would you say cell phones made us lazy? Is that what you're saying? That's what I got from what you said.
I mean, yeah,
That's what we're gonna
cell
do today.
phones and different forms of entertainment make us lazy too.
Such as I still attribute that to cell phone.
I mean, you don't do everything on the cell phone. You do a lot, but you don't do everything. Some people just don't go outside, bro. Like if you didn't go outside as a kid, I can't expect you to do it now. The world at a place now where hell.
Who didn't go outside as a kid?
I mean, it's a lot of people that I know. A lot of readers though that
They
just
still
didn't go
went
out. No, they didn't. They that's what they did for pleasure. They read. They came outside. They sat on their porch. Then they went back in the house.
I knew it was about 2 or 3 maybe.
So I mean,
So you hung around nerds is what you're saying.
hey, I need to find some of them people because I'm pretty sure all them people successful, doing their thing. So yeah, they still bust your shit though.
So they like some thug nerds.
Yeah, thug nerd, shut up. For real. Just hey, shit, man. Like, what's stopping people from doing what they need to do now? You can't say a cell phone. I'm not buying that. Like if let's say you want to lose some weight, your phone ain't stopping you from doing that.
No.
Or you want to learn how arts and craft, man. A lot of people, it's easier to get to the information now through a phone. So it's got its pros and cons, man. I'm not one of them people that just feel like the phone is just the worst thing that ever happened, or everything we can do with them is the worst thing that ever happened. I don't feel like that.
I'm on the other side of that. I feel like the phones have kind of, especially go back to our childhood as us growing up, and now the cell phones are raising a lot of these kids. And another, being my own devil's advocate, a lot of times now you have parents, because of the economy, you have parents that a lot of us were latchkey kids. So we were at home by ourselves or whatever.
Right.
Our parents would come home.
Right.
You now have parents that have 2 jobs or whatnot.
Right.
So you got to find something to have them in the house to where you can't have somebody to look over them the whole day or whatever the case.
I mean,
may
because
be.
you could take that back from cell phones. You can go to video games. Like all that played a part.
Well,
what I'm
video
saying?
games hit when we would still go outside though. I was still out. We were still outside with Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. When them dropped, we were still outside. Now, when the sun went down, we went in and played, but we were still outside.
But think about the person who got older and they rather play the video games than go outside when they weren't forced to. 'Cause a lot of times you was forced to go outside, either by your friends at your window. Bring your big head ass outside. You know what I'm saying? Or your mama, and daddy wanted to do it, and they didn't want you to hear, her and her getting them brains beat out, so they sent you outside. At least
What are we doing? What are you talking
that's
about?
what it was in my house. You know what I'm saying? Going outside for a little while. All right. You know what I'm saying?
We stayed outside though. Our punishments was you staying inside.
My punishments was belts and shit.
I mean, yeah, we got that too. But
So,
the biggest was we had to stay inside because I attribute that to us being so many of us and so many kids that were always together. And that's why I talk about another thing with the kidnappings and the things that they talk about nowadays that are a little bit more easier because it's only about 2 or 3 kids outside. It was a gang of us.
Crespo said a normal childhood would exist for a lot
and
of
that's
our
what
children.
I feel. That's the tip that I'm on because it was a gang of us. You couldn't come. You couldn't roll up to one of us and put us in the gun. You had to take all 13 of us.
But like you said, like the parents are working 2 jobs, so the kids probably in the house.
And that's why I played that.
So it ain't a lot of, it ain't a lot of neighborhoods now where you like. I'd be happy to see little kids outside cussing and stuff. I'd be like, hey, look at us out there. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm like, all right, get your little ass from my house now. Get away from my car with that nonsense.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I don't know if I could just. Cell phones do make a difference. They are the entertainment #1 thing right now.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
If you want to do something, I just don't. Maybe it's just me. A phone ain't gonna stop me from doing it. It's just not.
I think phones also, not even phones, but your phones. I'm just saying.
Like I remember even with my kids, like my son had a hoop.
I'll wait till you finish.
Oh, I thought you was done. I thought you went to sleep. I didn't know what was going on. My bad. You shut your eyes. I didn't know what was going on. I said, oh shit, I gotta carry this show by myself. I didn't know what was going on. Go ahead, brother.
But I was just saying that a lot of it, I think that we get false narratives. We get false destinations through our cell phones, and we're not doing enough work to make it happen because we see it already done on the cell phone. And instead of putting the cell phone down and doing what we got to do to make it happen, we just see the end result, and we want to say, well, I want that too, that overnight type. I got this, I got that. Just like the old school comedians kind of go bad on the internet comedians now because they said they didn't go through the club scene, the chilling circuit that we did too.
Got evolved.
Yeah. So
think about it like this. When we was coming up, you had free gyms, right?
True.
You had community centers.
Mm-hmm. Boys club.
So, yeah, all that. Because people had a place to go. Mm-hmm. Big business took away all that. Now to play basketball is $15. Mm-hmm. If you want to go to LA Fitness, it's $15. Or you get a membership. You know what I'm saying? We talking about kids now. Who can afford that?
Right.
So all these places that we outside. You don't want to really be outside. I mean, they shooting their kids now. You know what I'm saying? So what sometimes the safest place for them to be is in the house. Mm. You know?
Do you think, this is another question I had while we was having this conversation. Do you think that times change what the cell phone does for us, or did the cell phone change the times for what we do now?
Time changed what the cell phone do for us.
Okay.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Okay. So it was more so just where we were going as a world.
Think about somebody that write a check now.
Oh, Lord.
Like you see people, you ever go in the store and people be like, I need a money order. You be like, damn, who was that? I mean,
like, man, can y'all open another lane? Can y'all get 6 open, please?
Right.
I got to go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So with your phone,
boop,
boop, I ain't got to do all that. You know
I just found out you could put your card on your phone. I didn't know that. I found that out today.
I had to take mine off, though, because I was hitting that boy like,
I didn't
wait
know.
A minute.
I didn't even know.
But, so, I mean, got to evolve, man. You can't, as far as kids going outside, where they going to go? Can't even, I remember when we were trying to get the kickball game together, I had to get a permit just to use a field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember back when I was growing up, man.
Just show up.
You just show up to the field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I give you that.
And all thing to do, the janitor, custodian dude come out like, make sure y'all pick up all that paper. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we would do it because that's what we played at. Right. Like these kids don't have nowhere to play. How many subdivisions out here, man, that's paying all these HOA fees? Ain't no swimming pool, ain't no playground, ain't no basketball court, ain't no tennis court, ain't none of that. It's, you know what's right there? Some old damn houses.
Right. A clubhouse, and then they sell that and turn it into a house.
To get on the trampoline now, man, you got to pay for that. Yeah. Like, it's a little boy down the street from me, and they got a hoop. Every kid on the block be down there. And it's in his driveway. But then if you go on the other side, it's a kid, he live in a cul-de-sac. They got a hoop. And so the kids be hooping, and they walk up and down the street all that. Like, I love that. You know what I'm saying? Till they get to knocking on my door, playing them little games. Stop knocking on my damn door. You know what
We
I'm
used
saying?
to do that too.
You see what I'm saying? But, you know, being a kid ain't what it was when we was there. You know what I'm saying? So we can't. What they gonna do?
Yeah.
What they gonna do? Because parents got to get involved in that, and they working.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's the easy way out for them, but that's reality. Little Johnny want Jordans. You want him to have them because you didn't have them when you came up. So what you doing?
Is there a problem in that? You know where I go with it.
See,
You get these Chuck Taylors, bruh. You get these Chucks.
I'm just saying,
Get your
like,
3-color Chucks.
it's more pressure being in school now than it was when we was in school.
You right. Again, is that attributed to the times or the phones? You feel me?
I don't know if phones got nothing to do with that, though.
Really? Come on now. Because back
Are
then,
you saying social media or just the phone?
well, I'm putting them all in one.
So you talking about social media playing a part?
Yeah, because they wouldn't have social media without the phone.
It's very much an
It's more
influence on what goes on around us, but
right.
as far as kids want to be around, like they don't even go to the mall. They can't go to the mall. They too busy tearing up in the malls. They can't go to the mall.
Yeah, they be in there cutting up now.
So I mean, where they gonna go? If you tell me where they going, what they gonna do?
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, look at where we live at. When last time you seen a empty area and just a playground, just a little park right there? You don't see that no more, man. They got houses over there. They ain't got time for your
warehouse.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
so, don't walk on my grass. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember kids' neighborhood maybe be on everybody's grass. Maybe playing tag and stuff. Ain't nobody worried about it being on their
You
grass.
running all through the backyard.
Man. So, them days over with.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. Oh, we got something we want to lay on y'all real quick. Two things actually. What's my man Farmer?
That's how you gonna do it?
Nah.
You forgot his name. Old age. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to our brother, man. He looked out for us. Juan Farmer.
One, that's what it was. I knew it was Farmer, but I had to get it right. Man, look at that hoodie. He took care of us. There we go. Nice hoodie, man. Where can people find them at? This embroidered too. This ain't no.
We working on that to get us some hoodies out there. We want people to just wear us, to support us, I guess. Y'all gonna pay for them though. They ain't gonna be free.
Yeah, for sure. So understand, know that we gonna have the hoodies rolling out soon. We gonna do pre-orders just to
what's popping.
See what the climate is. If y'all feeling us like that, we're gonna do the pre-orders, and what we'll do is once we get it where we want it to be, we're gonna have an email set up when you send your pre-orders in. We get that thing rolling. But I just want to thank Juan for our hoodies, and we gonna go on and.
Oh, shout out to my girl. It's so funny. Chicago Peach.
Chicago Peach.
She blessed me with this Tatted Smoker shirt. She's a cigar and smoker like I am. So she blessed me with this.
That's
I
a
told
nice
her I'd wear it on the shirt. I never thought I'd wear a picture of her on my chest, but I got a picture of her on my chest. That's my girl though. She looked out for me.
That's dedication, brother.
Yeah, I mean I support my people. If you're in the cigar world, if you don't know her, you will soon, because she's definitely doing her thing with her merchandise.
What is it again?
Tatted Smokers, man. Yeah, Tatted Smoke. She got it's Tatted Smoke, Instagram, Facebook, and I don't think she on nothing else. But she out here, man. So if y'all see a little lady, little light skinned lady, big lips, with a cigar in her mouth, that's probably her, real loud. You know what I'm saying? That's my girl though. Help her out, support her, man. She's trying to do her thing with we support everybody else, man. You know me, if I know you, it ain't really no thing for me not to support you.
Somebody asked for the email. Go to soundproofhungerroom.net. You just leave an email there. If you're trying to get a shirt, put in, the size. Like I said, we'll have more details, but if you already interested and you just
when it hit the site, then y'all will know everything you need to know.
Exactly. We gonna get it. It's gonna be on blast. She stay on us. She stay on us.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what she do, man. But I think that might do it for today.
Yeah, that's it.
You sure?
Yeah, that's it. It's time to go.
He was a little quiet today, but it's all right. We did what we were supposed to do.
Yeah, we got that. We had that little Kanye.
Yeah, got that out the way, man, because I'm not going to talk about him no more. I pray that he do well in whatever endeavor he get into, man. But it's another piece of entertainment that y'all can eat up and keep following. I ain't for it. I'm over it. That's just me.
I got a question I want y'all to answer on the page. Dating people with issues. We all have them. So what are you willing to put up with?
That's a pretty broad question.
I'm just saying, like, everybody got issues, but what are you willing to accept to deal with somebody? Like, you know, gambling, drugs, you know.
Yeah, that's
like,
going to have to be real specific.
Not being, you know, emotionally available, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you willing to deal with just to be in a relationship with somebody? Now, everybody don't come on there with them old...
Trust.
No, I'm just saying, don't come on there with you ain't dealing with nothing and all that, because that's a damn lie. So, what are you willing to deal with? You know, let me know.
That's a good one.
No, I do it every now and then.
Very seldom. Anyway.
We won't be here next week, so y'all enjoy your Saturday.
Yeah, enjoy your Saturday. Like I said, we'll be throwing up some stuff to stay relevant, because I know we be quiet sometime, but we gonna throw
We
stuff
should
up.
bring Natural Life on the show. What you think about that? You got something actually to say?
You know, she always has something to say.
Y'all keep it in the road. Y'all know the voice.
Love y'all, man. Be easy. Soundproof Hunger Room, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify. Check us out. Send it to a friend, send it to a friend, send it to a friend. Hit the like button, because we like y'all. Y'all be easy out there.